Hey, Ashley with Rockin on the Run, co-founder and vice president. We thought this might be a different way to get our message out to everyone, all of our participants, all of our donors, anyone who comes and supports our event in any way. Even if you like, share, comment on social media, this is for you. And I apologize, it's kind of a long one, but we've been in existence for 15 years, so I feel like I've got a lot to say. I also apologize if I cry, and I apologize if I seem a little scatterbrained. This has been really hard for me to put into words and to write on paper and to really feel these feelings. And if I look down, it's because I have a cheat sheet to try to keep myself on task a little bit. Change is hard. It's with mixed emotions that I announce that Rockin' on the Run, the May event that we host, will be paused indefinitely. Like I said, change is hard, and but there comes a time where not closing the doors or pausing the event also feels just as excruciating. It consumes our lives, my life and the board's life, January through June every year. And it's a wonderful thing. The event has grown so much. There are so many people behind it and who love our event. But unfortunately, our board is aging and we have less and less volunteers who sign up and then show up. And we just can't continue to do everything we've been doing in May because of that. A little backstory, Rockin' on the Run was born in 2009. Myself and some of the founding board members were at an event in Columbus, walking at a pediatric cancer event. And we were like, why are we not doing this in London? Why did we just drive an hour to do this? We should do this in London. We can do this in London. We have to do this in London. We have to show the kids who are there that we support them in the hardest fight of their life. And that's kind of how Rockin' on the Run was born. You know, we started because of Reagan. That's why we were at that event. And it instantly grew with two more kids, with Violet and with Nate. And they were all so close to our community that we just felt like, let's give these kids and their families a chance to be kids and families and have fun and forget that they have cancer, forget that they have treatment, and just let them have fun. And that's always been our goal over the 15 years. And I believe that we have succeeded in that. And we've carved a place in this world for those kids, and that we are making a difference in pediatric research, pediatric brain tumor research and awareness. I think that there's cutting edge research going on in Central Ohio that we have helped fund. There's a new program out in Indiana that we helped fund. So I do believe we are making a difference, and we couldn't do that without each and every one of you. Those early supporters, those early donors, those early participants, this idea would have never left the paper that we planned it on if it wasn't for the people who believed in the cause right away. And then it grew and it grew and it grew, and now we have so many, and I am truly appreciative of each and every one of you, because I know that we help these kids and their families feel supported and feel loved every year. Throughout the 15 years, my husband and I welcomed five healthy babies, and I might cry. They're healthy. And I can't imagine, I told you, I can't imagine being one of those parents in the doctor's office getting the diagnosis that my child has a pediatric brain tumor. And to know that it's so underfunded by the government, and to know that it is one of the leading causes of death in children, breaks my heart. And I'm just so grateful that my kids are healthy, that I want the parents to know that while they're on the front lines fighting for their kids' lives, we are right there supporting them in any way they might need. Even if it's we're funding research so that other kids don't have to go through what they are going through. But we're also stocking the fun fund so that when they go to the hospital, there are things there that may not be there because it's not medically necessary. But there's art therapy, there's music therapy, there's toothbrushes, there's pajamas, like for the parents, that kind of stuff that we don't think about, because some of those kids go right from the doctor's office to the hospital. I'm just grateful that my kids are healthy. And that's why over the last couple of years, when I felt this, that I needed to step away, that I kept pushing, because I never wanted them to think that we didn't care anymore. And over the 15 years, I remember each and every time that I've met any of the kids. I did not get to meet Nate. And I did not get to meet Violet. Violet was really sick at our first event. She didn't come, but her parents showed up and came in. Rockin was part of our board for a really long time, and so was Dodie. And their faces and their voices have pushed our entire board for so many years. And then I got to meet Braxton before he passed away. And to feel his light was something that I've never felt before. I did not get to meet Henry, but his mom and his family support our cause because we're keeping his memory alive. And that is what's so heartbreaking for me, is that I don't want anyone to think that we don't care. We do. We care so much. But it's time for us to take a step back, to give ourselves permission to see what life is like without Rockin' on the Run in May. Like I said, it consumes half of my year every year. And as my children get older and they're in more things, and I'm just being pulled in so many directions that I need to show up for my kids, and I need to show up for my family, and our board needs to show up for theirs. We don't know what it's like, and we might not love it, and we might think right away, this is not our purpose, but we have to give ourselves permission to find out what our purpose might be now. And, maybe our hearts go somewhere else. Our board is full of driven, outgoing, strong, independent people who want to make a difference. And so I have no doubt that we will land where we are supposed to. But we need to give ourselves permission to pause. And so that's what we've been doing, or that's what we as a board have decided to do. And it's been really tricky for me to untangle these feelings, because I care so deeply about the organization and the mission and the kids and the families that, but realistically, the fact that we don't have volunteers helping, that we don't have people wanting to join the board like in years past, we can't keep doing it. And we've asked and we've not got an answer. And so that is the realistic part of why we're doing this. Is it's not because we don't care. It's not because we don't want to continue. It's just because we can't continue to lead our lives and do this. I didn't have kids when we first started, and two other board members had no children when they began, and now their houses are full. There's grandchildren that are coming quickly, and it's just, our lives have changed, and we hope that that it's not because we don't care. So beyond stepping back and taking a pause, I don't know what the next step looks like, and that is scary. Rockin' on the Run has been my identity for 15 years. But I have to give myself the creative freedom to see where else I might end up. I don't know. I don't know if the event will come back. I don't know who will be taking the reins. It could be me, it could be someone else. I don't know. I trust in the Lord that I don't need to know the whole path, just the next step. I know it feels right to take this step. I might come back in some capacity. I'm just not sure. Sorry. My kids, my older kids, and even my younger kids, and all of the board member children, they've been raised in Rockin' on the Run. They know that we give because we can. That's how we've raised our children. And, who knows, they might step into the role and spend this in some way that I never thought of. So we're pausing because we want to leave the opportunity open for the future. I'm definitely giving myself some time before I jump into the next thing, just to plant my garden, hang out with my kids, watch volleyball practice, watch softball practice, coach volleyball. Without having to spend hours at night, hours away from my job, hours away from my kids, just living the normal spring. I don't know what that's like. I have no idea. I want you guys to know that the email Ashley@rockinontheRun.org is always open. We'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love to continue to share stories as we get about the kids and their families and what they're up to. We have 16 kids now, and they're of all ages, which is fantastic. Some of them are adults now, which is like wild to think that they're grown-ups. They were just kids running around the event. I swear, I still remember all of those things. But our website will still be there. Our email will still be there. We're still going to share on social media. Any donations that we've received through our fiscal year will still be donated. We'll still be there. We're just not going to have our May event. We're still looking at the possibility of having the dinner in September. So look for information on that on our social media page. And I guess I just want to say that I'm sending this with a heart full of love, and I hope you know that we'll always be there, and that we should always support pediatric brain tumor research and awareness, because it is one of the leading causes of death in children, and yet it's one of the most underfunded pediatric cancers, and that's just not okay. We have to stop these monsters from killing our children, point blank. And always remember our tagline: they may not have a voice, but we still do. When you're supporting those organizations, whether it is financially, whether it's physically showing up to volunteer, whether it is liking, sharing, commenting on social media, those things matter, and that's free, and that takes no time at all. So I'm encouraging you all to still do your part. I know you will. You people are amazing. We have changed the world, and I'm just sending this with love and respect, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the future. Have a great day. Okay, well, I guess this is going to the bloopers. Just feeling a little awkward. Signing off.